Welcome to the eCoach Project Podcast episode, Real Life Coaching Analysis emphasizing communication, resistance, handling. This podcast episode is a part of the eCoach training program where we dive deep into the evolving world of coaching and education. My name is Adi Punadareva and I am hosting this episode. And today, we have a very special guest with us, Desislava Tsvetanova, an ICF Associate Certified Coach who has been transforming lives with her insightful and innovative approach to coaching in Bulgaria. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. It's a great pleasure to be here with you today.
Desislava, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. Your work has been instrumental in shaping how we perceive and engage with coaching in a digital age. Today, you're here to share insights into a groundbreaking project that's set to redefine the landscape of digital education and coaching. But let me tell you a bit about the project. The project, eCoach, is co-funded by the European Union. It aims to develop new learning pathways for the emerging occupation of eCoach. This initiative is at the forefront of integrating digital technologies into education, training, and youth programs, focusing on teaching, learning, assessment, and engagement. It's an ambitious effort to harness the power of digital tools to enhance the coaching experience, making it more accessible, interactive, and effective for learners and coaches alike. Desislava, I am particularly excited to delve into the core of today's discussion with the topic we have, the real-life coaching analysis. Our audience is eager to learn from your experiences, especially how you navigate the complexities of communication, handle resistance from learners, and apply these insights in a digital context. Before we jump into the analysis, could you share a bit more about the motivation behind the eCoach project you have been invited to support and inspire the team, and how it aligns with your vision for the future of coaching?
It was a call a few months ago from you, Adi, and I was really surprised that I was selected from our ICF Bulgaria webpage, where all accredited coaches are listed. I'm still curious and feel really nice that you chose me, and what's the reason behind, but maybe it's behind the known and behind things that we control, and I believe one of it is that as we are living in so fast changing world, we need to adapt and to find new approaches to learn as well. From one side, as we are also with a lot of information around us, we need to select what is true, what is not, what is working for us and not. And your approach of micro learning really resonates with me, because we don't need so much context and information. We need to know something that really relates to our values, to our purpose, to what we would like to achieve in our lives. So we don't need to spend many days and times and hours to learn how to listen or how to communicate effectively. For me, it's more about experiencing and translating it into your language. So I think that your approach of micro-learning is really is a good fit for the new generations, for us as well. And as it's really new for Bulgaria, I believe that it will become really popular, and the application of it will be all around us. So I'm excited to see how it will be developed, and I'm really happy to support it here in Bulgaria.
Fascinating. I even remember when I first asked you about if you have heard about e-coach, and it was like, hold on, e-coach occupation, doesn't exist so far. Only, certified life coaches or coach people who have to, go through these certification programs in order to start, operating with these occupation. But e-coach actually as an occupation, it's not, recognized yet. So I really got inspired by your words that we worked in the right direction, and we really actually discovered like something that is going to be like more practical, faster, flexible, and 100% oriented to the real practice. So of course, it's not something that is going to give like the full training package needed for being a certified coach, because these are the international validation of certified programs. But we, based on the support of the European Union, we try to provide and equip young people who are trying to deal with some, reskilling background. I think our program is going to be the best solution for them. So thank you again, for supporting us. It's really important for us to receive this feedback from a real life coach, that we, the whole team of the project, working in the right direction.
Yeah, I believe that the coaching skills are relevant for all of us, and if we work and focus on developing, even that we don't like to become a professional coach, but just to communicate better with the people around us, to understand them better, it's a really great approach, instead of really becoming a professional coach and taking all the steps needed.
Wonderful! Your passion for advancing coaching through technology is truly inspiring. Now let's move on the heart of our discussion. Today we're dissecting a real-life coaching session, focusing on nuances of effective communication and resistance handling. This analysis will not only shed light on the challenges coaches face, but also highlight the strategies that led to breakthroughs and profound transformations. What do you think, Desislava? How does the coach establish rapport with the learner at the beginning of the session, and how does this impact the overall communication flow?
Great question. Actually, the rapport is the base of the relationship and the partnership between the coach and the client. So we usually start building this rapport. It's important to create this safe space where the coach or the client feels good, feels safe, and can open, can be honest, which is really important for the transformation that or the insights that he can create for himself. The rapport, of course, starts with being present, being there for the client. When you are present, it's like there is nobody on earth except you and your client, and you are there with your client to support and to partner with him to achieve what is on his or her focus. The report could be built when only, I believe, when the client feel seen and heard, truly seen and heard. When you are truly there to see and hear what he or she is telling, beyond the words. When you are there and when you are present, you actually feel your client emotions. You can see the changes in the energy. You can also rely on your gut feeling, because it usually also tells and gives you additional information about the client that you can reflect and give back to the client to reflect on it. So it's all about being there for him and her.
So you can track the reactions. You can track the reflections. Really interesting.
Yeah.
Can you identify specific instances where the coach uses open-ended questions to encourage deeper reflection from the learner? Can you provide some examples?
Examples from the beginning of the coaching session till the end, we ask only open questions. There is only one closed question where we make the agreement. Is this what you would like to achieve during our coaching session? Yes or no? All other questions are open-ended, and they provoke thinking out of the box, thinking in resourcefulness, thinking in what are all the possibilities, how can I use all the resources within me and around me. I very much like one question, which I don't know if it's if we can call it open, but it's the question and open the space for the client to continue after end, because there is something deeper after this end.
Absolutely. How do your learners, clients, people react? What is their first reaction when you ask them a question? Do you face sometimes people feel like shy to answer, or just how do you feel? How do you see people reacting to attack them with questions? Let's say so.
Honestly, I haven't such experience of people being shy to answer. In most probably it's because of the rapport of my presence, of the safe environment that we created together, and they during our coaching sessions they are truly themselves. They are open to explore and even get to know better themselves. What I really like is when they don't know the answer. If they don't know the answer of my question, this means that there is something that could be explored and that most probably would be valuable for the client. And also, I don't think, or I haven't felt that they feel like attacked with questions. Because from even before the first coaching session, we have this chemistry session where we explain what is coaching, what is not coaching, how the process look like, what is our role, how usually one coaching session is going on, and they're prepared that this is time for them to explore their situation, how to achieve what they would like to achieve, to find answers that to the questions that they haven't asked themselves.
It must be very exciting as I'm listening to you. Oh my God. But you provoke thinking, you provoke them start thinking right away, which is like part of the mission. You make them reflect on their own.
Yeah, and moreover, we are breaking like limiting beliefs, models that are not working for the client anymore, which is really transformational. It usually comes with I want this, but it's like having like a dream or desire or wish for something, but you already resist to it, and often it's because of our limiting beliefs and our models that we are like living. It could be because of our self-saboteurs. In our mind we have many saboteurs which are talking to us that we don't deserve, we are not good enough, and etc. etc. And when I feel the resistance within the client that stops him of being or having or doing what he or she would like to be, have, and do, I'm putting it on the table, like giving it back. This is what I felt, this is what I seen. This is like a contradiction of what you would like to have and to achieve. How does it sound to you? What does it mean to you? What would you like to do with it? It's like everything is we are a soundboard, even back to the client, and it's his decision, because sometimes we don't recognize that we sabotage ourselves. And when our partner, like the coach, say or give it back to us, it's time to even question our motivation of change, or is the question, is it true what is stopping me, what is creating this resistance to me? Mirroring and inviting the client to reflect and to decide what he or she would like to do with it, how this will impact his desires.
Very, very interesting. And here we have something that is talking about nonverbal cues. How does the coach address and incorporate the learner's nonverbal cues into the session? What is your experience in this clue?
It's asking for allowance to share what, like, the coach or me, I felt when the client shares something unverbal or experience something that he or she doesn't say it in words, but it's that I'm feeling, I'm seeing, I'm observing change in the energy, and etc. And when I ask to share what I've seen behind the words, and when I have their agreement, I'm sharing with them, and it's okay for them to agree or not agree. It's again a kind of exploration whether it's true or not.
Do you sometimes face, or not face, maybe it was the wrong word, but observe or noticed some emotions, for example, an anxiety, worrying, or fear of saying something, because these are non-verbal expressions, and you as a professionalist, you observe this. So how do you deal with these moments when you observe and notice these emotions with the clients?
After the client agreed to share this with him, I just share it. And it's actually part of the active listening on third level. It's one of the criteria of being a coach, to hear and to see the people with his wholeness, not just what he's telling, but to see his past, future. It's really
and their presence. I mean, achieve this situation? Do you manage to make clients share these things, they're honest with you?
Yes, I mean, again, the space, the rapport, the feeling that I'm there to support, I'm a thinking partner, etc. Creates this honest environment. And even me personally, when I have a chemistry session with the clients, I share very often that as honest they are, as far they can get, like being honest, truly honest to yourself, because it's sometimes hard to be honest to yourself, not to others, but to yourself as well.
You don't admit your fears. You don't, you're afraid to admit, to confess.
But also in the coaching, it's a kind of when we create this relationship and the rapport, we start also provoking our clients to really think outside of their.
That's my favorite part. Someone to provoke me. That's actually very powerful. Let's say a human tool or a mechanism, or something that you can help people indeed. Provoke them, think. Provoke them to have the action plan. And this is actually our next moment to talk about the action planning. How does the coach facilitate goal setting and action planning with the learner? If you don't mind, we would like you to share, some techniques you use to, achieve these moments.
Of course, these two steps are really important in the coaching session. So it is really valuable and creates value for the client. In the beginning of the session, we set the intention and the agreement for the session, what the client would like to achieve during this session. We check using clients' values if it's really important for them, if it really makes sense for them to focus, to spend time to use the coaching session. And we have the agreement where they would like to be at the end of the session. We also ask them how they would know that they're there. So we have the KPIs for the coaching session. And at the end of the coaching session, we ask and check where they are according to where they were in the beginning and where they wanted to be at the end of the coaching session. Is there any progress in any direction, left or right? And making at the end of the coaching session, of course, before even we check the progress, we also support the client to create his or her own plan with steps based on what they created in their session, based on the insights and the awarenesses they created during this session. What are their next steps? It's important these steps to be smart, to be ecological, and also the clients to be accountable for them. So we are also checking their accountability.
Interesting.
Following their plan. And in the beginning of the next session, we are checking what happened, what they achieved according to their plan, what they didn't, and the coaching session could start from this point. If they haven't followed the plan, there could be some other topics for coaching there.
Interesting, very interesting. What about unproductive people. For example, at one or at some point of your session, you have started already and you have achieved activity and progress, but at some point you just veer off topic and you see that your learners become unproductive.
It's if we go in a different direction that we feel it's not aligned with what is agreed for this session. We ask the client how this is connected to what we are focused today and what the client would like to achieve during the coaching session. It could be that is something that comes up with and that is more important for the client. Then we make another agreement. Okay, so if this is something, is it something that you would like to continue to focus, etc.? We make another agreement. So we agree with the client. And this is really important. And also during the coaching session, we ask the client, are we on track? Because it's really important during the coaching session to follow client's agenda, not our agenda. Because the client is the expert in his area, in his life, and he has all the resources. He's the one who knows best what is the most valuable outcome of the coaching session. And during the exploration, we can start with one topic, one goal for the coaching session, but during the exploration, how to achieve it, we can find something that is even more important. It could be the root of the first topic. So it's absolutely okay to change the focus during the coaching session. But every time with the agreement of the coaching and checking how this new topic or new direction is relevant to the first one. Is it more important? Are we going in this direction? What would be the outcome, the best outcome for the client about it at the end of our coaching session?
This is amazing. You are really influencing me. I've never heard a client's agenda. Seriously.
This is really important. Yeah, this is one of the principles in the coaching that we even when we start the coaching session, we prepare for it with some mindfulness exercises to really clear your mind and to really be present with the client, be there. And even if you hear something that you have experienced in your life, etc., it's our coaching presence and mindset. We try to like the thoughts when you do a meditation. Okay, park somewhere. Okay, park somewhere. Just let it go. Let it go. I'm here for the client, and his truth, his exploration is the most important here. What worked for me is not that could work for my client. So it's not about me, it's about the client.
How do you manage to have yourself abstracted, from, off-site distractions, off-site thoughts that could, interrupt your mission? How do you manage yourself as a coach to deal with this?
Of course, with a lot of work, like self-development, we don't stop to learn. It's really close to the mindfulness. When we have a coaching session, we need at least 15 or 30 minutes before that to detach from everything that we did before, like other coaching session or other tasks and etc. and to prepare for the coaching session. What I do as an exercise before my coaching session is to do some meditation practice, 10 minutes, walk around, just detach from my ego and myself, but look around me and notice what is it in the world, in the room, and etc. And most important is the principles that we are following. We have from one side ICF ethical codex, principles that we are following and living, but also from my school, Ericsson, we have 5 principles that you are entering with the intention and knowing that your client is okay. You don't need to fix him or her. He's okay. Your client also has all the resources. You're there just to support them, to find them. Your client takes the right decision with the information and the resources at this moment that he or she has.
Amazing.
And the intention of your client is positive. So the change is inevitable. I don't pronounce it well, but
Inevitable.
Inevitable, thank you. And with this mindset, with these principles in mind, of course, practice.
Yeah, lifelong learning, we say. Lifelong learning. Sitting here and listening to your words, gives me like, how can I say, the conclusion in my mind that if you would like to be successful in what you do for living, what you try to, how can I say, develop as a professionalist or professional background profile, I think coaching is needed for everyone.
Yeah.
It's absolutely necessary. It's a must, I would say. Wonderful. Well, how does the coach integrate the learner's personal values and beliefs into the coaching process? And how does this alignment affect the learner's engagement and progress? Here we speak about, after the, he's having the best from the coaching session and realizes actually how to do it. And how do you see these clients integrate these personal values that they have gained or realized or recalled, during the coaching session?
They connect with them during the coaching session, and the process that starts with the coaching process, it doesn't end with it. It actually starts after the coaching session. When you think like from different perspectives about your context, about your situation, about yourself, you see things that on a daily basis you don't remind yourself, you even forget about them. But during the coaching session, we use a lot of values because we need to be sure that this is really valuable and important for the person. And everything is based on our values. Even how we feel with what we do, who we are, etc., is related to our values. Our motivation to follow our plan is also dependent on our values, and that's why we, at the end of the coaching session, check the accountability, but also increase, so to say, or influence the motivation of the client using their value words. Like how this, when imagine that you are following your plan day by day. Who are you becoming? How this will impact your life and your values. And they, as you said, reconnect recall, but also they reconnect it with their values, and which is not only for during the coaching session, but it also continues to stay with them, and they can relate to them to see different situations from a different angle, from their values. So it's like the snowball that is
Spinning around, playing tennis.
yeah.
Okay, so that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I'm pretty sure that our audience is going to learn a lot from this discussion and real life feedback from a real coach. So we have one last question here in order to close up our discussion today. How you as a coach, or how does a regular coach evaluate the effectiveness of the session he had or she had, and what metrics or feedback mechanisms are used to gauge progress? What do you think? What do you do? How do you evaluate? Yeah, how do you evaluate your session after you finish?
For me personally, as a coach, and for my coaching development, I use the ICF competencies, and I measure how satisfied I am according to the coaching competencies after the session. But it's on me. It's not the client's business. Like, we don't ask for a feedback during the coaching session. It's as I said, it's client's agenda. It's not our agenda. At the end of the coaching session, we usually ask the client to share what was the value that they created for themselves during the coaching session, or what they've learned about themselves during the coaching session. It's again about them. It's not about our coaching skills or something that is about us. It's all about them. But after the coaching session, if this is the question, me personally use the ICF competencies and evaluate how satisfied I am, and what I could do better next time. Like, usually it's something that I felt but I didn't give back to the client, or it's some question that could be more shorter, like, or things like that. Depending on which competencies I focused to measure.
Wonderful. And we have learned a lot from you today. We have been inspired a lot from you today. I would like to ask you to say some, last concluding words, like a message, valuable message to all young people who would like to have themselves another chance, to develop themselves, to have like the freedom to become something important, to become something that they can visualize within their expertise, within their skills, within their dreams, within their plans, and so on. What could be your last words to them, Desislava?
What I would like to invite all young people is to spend time and allow themselves to dream boldly and to create their vision about themselves, about their future. For example, after 5 years, where I would like to be. To check why this is important, and to also know their values that will help them be there, and make sure that what they would like to achieve and what they visualize for themselves is aligned with their values, because this will give them a lot of meaning and satisfaction. And for me, this is really important nowadays, to have this mindset of knowing where you would like to be. Of course, it's a journey to get there. It could be different as planned, but at the end you know the end point, and it would also change. But here the key message is to have clear vision about yourself, and don't flow. Don't lie on the flow and don't accept the flow to send you somewhere where you don't really like to be. It's not you. It's not aligned with what is truly important for you. So this is my message. There are a lot of opportunities around us. Just think in this resourceful state, and be open, be curious, and be kind to all people around you.
We will make sure to do that. Well, thank you very much for this great session. And so we are wrapping up today's episode. I would like to thank Desislava for joining us and sharing her expertise and vision. It was a great discussion, great inspiration, and I hope we can remember this and try to follow this great pathway. And least but not last, we really hope the Project E-Coach inspire a lot of young people. Stay tuned for more episodes where we continue to explore innovative approaches to learning and personal development. Until next time, keep pushing boundaries and exploring new horizons. Thank you very much, Desislava. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you and goodbye, all of you.